So, you're preparing for a top-tier company's interview. Google, Amazon, Meta, Apple, Netflix. Congratulations! Most candidates focus completely on the technical rounds. But here's the secret. Behavioral interviews can make or break your offer. Top-tier companies don't just want great coders. They want great collaborators, clear communicators, people who can lead, adapt, and solve hard problems under pressure. A behavioral interview isn't about tricky questions. It's about your past experiences, how you worked with teams, how you handled conflict, how you solved real challenges. These companies care deeply about cultural fit. They want people who can thrive in fast-paced, ambiguous, highly collaborative environments. Most top-tier companies' behavioral questions revolve around these core areas. 1. Leadership 2, Teamwork 3, Problem-solving 4, Conflict resolution 5, Adaptability 6, Customer focus. And the best way to answer all of them is with one framework, the STAR method. STAR stands for Situation, Task, Action, Result. It's simple, structured, and it helps you give clear, concise, compelling answers. You describe the situation, the challenge, what you did, and the impact you created. Interviewers love STAR because it shows how you think and how you behave. Let's go through some of the most common top-tier companies' behavioral questions and how to craft great answers. 1. Tell me about a significant challenge you faced. This question tests resilience and problem-solving. Give a story where you stayed calm, took ownership, and delivered results. 2. Describe a time you worked with a difficult team member. They want to see empathy, communication, and conflict resolution skills, without blaming others. 3. Give an example of when you took initiative. Top-tier companies love self-starters. Show how your proactive action created measurable impact. 4. Tell me about a time you failed. They're evaluating growth mindset. Be honest, show what you learned, and how you improved. 5. Describe a time you had to adapt to change. Top-tier companies' environments shift fast. Show that you embrace learning and ambiguity. 6. Tell me about a time you persuaded others. This reveals communication, influence, and data-driven decision-making. 7. Describe how you handled competing priorities. Talk about planning, time management, and proactive communication. 8. Tell me about a time you went above and beyond for a customer. Amazon especially loves this. Customer obsession. 9. Give an example of learning something new quickly. This proves adaptability and curiosity, two key top-tier companies' traits. 10. Describe a time you managed an unhappy stakeholder. Focus on listening, transparency, and rebuilding trust. So, how do you prepare for your top-tier company's behavioral round? First, research the company. Understand their values, leadership principles, and culture. Second, practice your stories using STAR. Write them down. Rehearse them. Third, gather 8 to 12 solid experiences across leadership, conflict, problem-solving, success, and failure. These stories become your toolbox for any question. A few mistakes candidates often make. Giving vague answers. Focusing too much on the problem instead of the solution. Not explaining your personal contribution. Being too negative without showing growth. Remember, your story should highlight impact, ownership, and learning. Tegan cracked Google by mastering the STAR method and giving clear leadership examples. And Rajiv landed Amazon by aligning his answers with Amazon's leadership principles, especially customer obsession. You can follow the same path. Recruiters say, show a growth mindset. Career coaches say, practice active listening. Hiring managers say, be authentic, not rehearsed. And honestly, that combination is exactly what top-tier companies looking for. You can use books like Cracking the Coding Interview, mock interview platforms like Pramp or Interviewing.io, or behavioral guides online. And if you want structured expert-led preparation, including mock behavioral rounds, story-building workshops, and personalized coaching, Interview Node has you covered. Check the link in the description box to join our top-tier company's behavioral interview prep program and start preparing the right way. Your dream top-tier company's offer is absolutely achievable. Start practicing, stay consistent, and tell your story with confidence. I'll see you in the next video.